BYABAKAMA is now proving to be one of the most incompetent head of the Electoral Commission. During the KALANGALA by-election, he came out to confirm that the rules and regulations that were put in place were broken by the security operative to an extent that the election was stolen in this district. BYABAKAMA said these statements.
We want to thank also security, Uganda Police Force, for ensuring there was law and order, although there were still numberless vehicles which were spotted by some of my colleagues, which was very unfortunate. I thought we addressed that matter. And I'm wondering, well, these very powerful people moving these numberless vehicles to the extent that the Uganda Police Force has to chicken out of exercising their constitutional mandate to maintain law and order by apprehending the occupants of these vehicles. I think as we go forward in other electoral processes, we need all of us to be mindful and cognizant of the importance of observing the law. I want to appeal to the people of Kalangala that we found Kalangala peaceful. So even though the final target has been declared by the returning officer, we want you to maintain peace, we want you to maintain unity for the good of your district. The district can only prosper and progress when we are united around the cause of making Kalangala better than what it is today.
That is BYABAKAMA. For a whole head of Electoral Commission to come out and say that the rules and regulations were broken and yet the elections continued, it shows how rogue the commission is. And remember, BYABAKAMA is a High Court judge, is a senior lawyer, but is proving to be even one of the worst Electoral Commission head. How can you tell me that the biometrics refuse to work in a single district? I realize that whenever we have a by-election, in NRM strongholds, the kits work. In opposition stronghold, the kits don't work so that they can smuggle in alien voters. That statement alone is the reason as to why the election would be stopped. You cannot tell me that only one day, the biometrics that were used in the whole entire country can fail to work in a certain district. You cannot tell me. It's a risk of stealing elections. Every time I'm hear about a by-election, I even get goosebumps because what we witnessed in Kalangala by-election, it was rogue. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the elections which was in Kalangala, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're into this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagori. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, a by-election is becoming more difficult to win more and more because not because opposition does not have support, but because levels of government who are not supposed to be partisan, the police, the unlicensed number plates, organs, ministries, come to ballot staff by force, beating out people, giving out money on polling stations so that they can be voted, and many of these things are held on camera. The head of the Electoral Commission normally even participates in those by-elections in certain constituencies, and it just looks on as elections are being stolen. Do you know that the head of the Electoral Commission can decide to halt the elections for another day? Or to cancel elections in certain parts of the country. He doesn't do so after someone is being declared. Now he comes out to point out the rogue things that were done. It shows the incompetence. The reason as to why the 1980 revolution happened, it was that the thing that acted the trigger was the 1980 election that were rigged. People should not forget that Uganda must have people. Leaders should start to understand that the people who fought at that time don't think they are not around today. Don't think they never gave birth to children. Time is going to come when this impunity is going to be replied by more sophisticated issues. And by the time we shall wake up, we shall not have a country. The catalyst of all this is one, the Electoral Commission, which only looks on when these things are happening. If I give out regulations that no unlicensed number plates cars that can come in an election, if I see them, I cancel the election, so that people can understand that if a law is passed, a bylaw or a regulation is passed for a by-election, and you hesitate from following it, these things will happen. It is the truth. So for me, when I see our fabric degenerating, I fear as a country, what we are heading to is more dangerous. And after it will happen in the near future, where we shall have this ungovernable country, some of you people will go back to my videos and watch them, but it will be too late for you to comprehend. Of course, as my PMN is truly Mr. Makindi Suleiman Magal. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I'm motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.